I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. With the recent revelations that have come in the form of evidence released in Dominion's $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox, where it shows that behind the scenes, Tucker Carlson was sending text message and emails just admitting that he was lying to his viewers, admitting that he was spreading the big lie to help his viewers. Were there signs in the past that this was all part of Tucker Carlson's plan? Did he say the quiet part out loud before? And does he have, if you will, a supervillain origin story? And he does, and it's all caught on tape. And there are three particular videos that I want to show you, which I think do a good job in explaining who Tucker Carlson is and really exposing it. So this first one is a speech that Tucker Carlson gave in 2003, and he talked about Bill O'Reilly, who at that time was the top host on Fox. And Tucker Carlson explains that O'Reilly's just doing an act. O'Reilly is making it all up, but O'Reilly is doing really, really well in doing it. Here, play this clip of Tucker Carlson talking about how he viewed the then top Fox host, Bill O'Reilly. Play this clip.
Another quote from your book: Bill O'Reilly's success is built on the perception that he really is who he claims to be. If he ever gets caught out of character, it's over.
That's right. I say before that, Bill O'Reilly's really talented. He's more talented than I am. He's got a lot more viewers than I do. He's a better communicator than I am. But I think there's kind of a deep phoniness at the center of his shtick. And again, as I say, the shtick is sort of built on this perception that he is the character he plays. He is every man, this kind of, he's not right-wing, he's a populist. This kind of Irish Catholic populist fighting for you against the powers that be. And that's great as a shtick, but I'm just saying the moment that it's revealed not to be true, it's over. The moment he gets caught, slapping a flight attendant on the Concorde for not bringing his champagne fast enough, or barking at one of his subordinates to take the brown M&Ms out of my bowl and get me a bottle of Evian or something like that. The second that makes page 6, it's over, right? Because the whole thing is predicated on the fact that he is who he says he is. And just nobody is that person, especially not someone who makes $1 million, or many millions a year, as he does.
So you see, Tucker Carlson modeled himself after that. He knew that if he put on an act, if he took this persona and just spread the lies each and every day, that was his path to wealth. Our democracy be damned. And look, if you want to know his intent as well and how he really planned and gamed this out, here's another speech that he gave in front of a school about 14 years ago, where he explained the dangers of crazy conspiracy theories, in his own words, but the susceptibility of the United States of America to it. Play this clip.
In a democracy, it is vital that citizens have a common frame of reference for reality. There has to be a place where all citizens can go and look at facts about what happened yesterday and say, you know what, I agree that that's probably roughly what happened. The electorate's confidence in the news being real is all important. You see this when you go to other countries that don't have a history or a tradition of a straightforward, honest press, like places like Pakistan, where I've spent a lot of time, where the press has always been dishonest, every newspaper is an organ of a political movement or other, and people have come over time to become really cynical about the press. They don't believe anything that is written in newspapers because they assume all of it is just another man's view. All of it is bias. And so in the absence of any universally recognized standard or source of news, what happens? Well, rumors take the place of news. And so ultimately you have an electorate that is really poorly informed and incredibly suspicious. And in that environment, all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories bloom and take the place of facts.
And then there's this clip in 2003 in a live taping of Crossfire, a show that used to be on CNN. Just a funny coincidence. I went to George Washington University undergrad, and I was at this event. It was at our parents' weekend. I think it was in 2003. It was my freshman year when this incident happened. And you had Jon Stewart was a guest invited to Crossfire. It was in the live auditorium. I think it was called the Melvin Auditorium or something like that, at the George Washington University. And Jon Stewart laid into Tucker Carlson. And Tucker Carlson's role at that time was kind of supposed to be like a moderate Republican when he was on Crossfire, and there was kind of a moderate liberal voice, and they were supposed to go kind of back and forth on how they feel about different issues, and they would always take an opposite side. It was nowhere near anywhere close to the Tucker Carlson of today at all. Just completely different. That was like kind of normal, like Republican stuff then. But Jon Stewart laid into Tucker Carlson. And to me, this was always like a moment where Tucker Carlson thought to himself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if I really want to make it because I'm not smart enough to actually articulate these views, I can't stand up to someone like a Jon Stewart in an actual intellectual discussion. So what I have to do is just go and become the most extremist liar that there is. And then I can maybe get supporters. Play this clip.
Special effort to come on the show today because I have mentioned this show as being bad. Mm-hmm. It's not so much that it's bad as it's hurting America. So I wanted to come here today and say,
wait.
Here's just what I wanted to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop hurting America. Okay. I watch your show every day, and it kills me.
I can tell you love it.
It's so painful to watch. Your partisan, what do you call it, hacks.
Wait, John,
you have a responsibility to the public discourse. And you fail miserably.
I think you're a good comedian. I think your lectures are boring.
You're on CNN. The show that leads into me is puppets making crank phone calls. What is wrong with you? It's someone who watches your show and cannot take it anymore. I just can't.
You need to get a job at a
miserably.
School, I think.
You need to go to one. Now, this is theater. I mean, it's obvious. How old are you?
35.
And you wear a bow tie.
Yeah, I do. I hate
so at all.
I do think you're more fun on your show. Just my opinion.
But
Jon Stewart goes one-on-one with his fans.
You're as big a dick on your show as you are on any show.
So that explains why in these text messages we see behind the scenes in the text messages unsealed in Dominion's filing who the real Tucker Carlson is, right? Like, here are the messages from January 4th, 2021. This is what Tucker Carlson says about Donald Trump. Tucker Carlson says, "We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait. I hate him," referring to Trump. So I hate Trump. I hate him passionately. I blew up at Peter Navarro today in frustration. I actually like Peter, but I can't handle much more of this. Or how about these messages that were sent on November 19th of 2020? And this is Tucker speaking to one of his producers about a press conference that Giuliani's doing on behalf of Donald Trump, by the way, who they're promoting, but behind the scenes, Tucker's saying, this is what the producer goes, "The press conference has gotten bananas." And then Tucker goes, "I keep hearing that so bad. I really want to ignore it. Sidney Powell and Rudy are fucking liars." And then the producer goes, "By my count so far, the election was stolen by a coalition of Soros, Nicolas Maduro, various software companies, and small-time gangsters." I'm not making any of that up. He's saying that to Tucker. And then Tucker goes, "It's all so desperate and deranged." At the same time, then Tucker goes on TV and then spreads the same exact conspiracy theories, which he knows are false. So if you go back to Tucker Carlson's origin story right there, and you see what his views are, you see him getting embarrassed by Jon Stewart. Where does this come from? It comes from a very weak, a very feeble-minded person, a very emotional person, a very erratic person. That's who Tucker Carlson is. He is a traitor to our democracy because his feelings got hurt. His feelings got hurt. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers thanks to your support. So please hit subscribe right now. And also, wherever you get your audio, just search MeidasTouch Podcast. It's free. Just search us wherever you get your audio podcast. We're marching to 1 million subscribers. So please hit subscribe. And you could also check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Thank you so much for watching it. I'm Ben Meiselas.
The best part of waking up? MAGA tears in my cup. Check out the new MAGA Tears mug available now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com. It's 100% union made right here in the USA. I know I'm not tired of winning yet. How about you? Get yours today.